My name is Masaru Shindo. My parents are really focused on education and supported me all the way through college. In university, I met a mentor who made research fascinating, so I decided to continue on to graduate school.
Oh, look! Here comes the guy who's still mooching off his parents at his age.
Going to grad school was all well and good, but not everyone welcomed me with open arms. Just my luck running into this jerk. I was walking across campus when someone called out to me. I turned around to see my underclassman, Shogo Sato.
Hey Shogo, what do you mean by mooching off parents?
This guy went to graduate school, right?
Wow, he must be some kind of genius!
No, he's just too scared to job hunt, so he's running away from reality. I mean, if you just want to get a job, a bachelor's degree's enough, right? Do you know how much grad school costs? Nearly $200,000. Plus, going to grad school means you can keep living off your parents until you're 24.
What's that supposed to mean? But yeah, I definitely couldn't burden my parent with $200,000.
Exactly, and this guy doesn't seem to care about any of that. Plus, I heard this guy's never had a girlfriend in his life.
No way! At his age?
I'm serious. My brother told me, so it's definitely true. It's so sad. Hey, maybe you should volunteer to be his girlfriend.
He's not really my type.
Right? I shouldn't have suggested such a pathetic loser who can't even get a girlfriend. Sorry about that.
With that, Shogo laughed mockingly and walked away. What the hell's wrong with that guy? It was just a completely unpleasant encounter. I first met Shogo exactly 2 years ago.
Please, my little brother's going to your university. Could you look out for him?
I had a close friend from high school whose brother was starting at my university. Yeah, sure, no problem. I can't do much, but I'll help where I can. That was Shogo.
So you're my brother's friend? You're kind of a loser, aren't you?
First impression was absolutely terrible. Shogo was the type who judged people based on appearances and first impressions.
Hey, I'm thinking of taking this class. Is it worth it?
Shogo had apparently categorized me as beneath him, and from then on, every time we met, he treated me with complete disrespect. Well, if that was all it was, it might have been tolerable. But Shogo's attitude got worse and worse each year. Now every time we meet, he insults and mocks me. I never thought I'd end up regretting it like this. Honestly, I regret agreeing to look after Shogo so casually. I'd met him a few times before he came to university, and he didn't seem like such a nasty guy back then. So, Masaru, don't you have anyone you like? Well, there is someone. Then one day, I was having lunch with friends in the university cafeteria when the conversation turned to romance. Huh, I thought you were only interested in research and didn't care about that stuff. So who is it? Tell us. The woman I liked worked part-time at a coffee shop nearby campus. Her name was Kayako Yamashita. She was kind and gentle, the type of woman I wanted to marry someday. But pathetically, I didn't have the courage to confess, so I just watched her from afar.
So the parent-mooching loser likes someone. A creepy otaku like him having feelings? Maybe I should mess with him a little.
The biggest mistake of my life was letting Shogo overhear my conversation about my crush. A week later.
Masaru-san, do you have a minute?
What now, another consultation?
Don't make such a sour face. Actually, I just got a girlfriend recently, and I wanted to introduce her to you.
I don't really care if you have a girlfriend or not. That was my honest response. Hearing my words, Shogo grinned with a nasty smile. I had a bad feeling about this.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Shogo.
No worries, I just got here too.
Huh? Why? Why?
What do you mean, why? This is Yamashita Kayako-san, my new girlfriend.
Kayako-san is Shogo's girlfriend? When I learned that, I nearly fainted from despair.
How about it? Cute girlfriend, right?
Shogo was grinning that same nasty grin while watching me stand there in despair. Looking at his expression, I understood everything. This bastard knew Kayako was the woman I liked, and deliberately went after her. I knew Shogo had a bad personality, but I never thought he'd go this far.
Kayako-san, what would you think if there was a guy who liked you and was always watching you?
Ew, that's so gross. I really hate that guy.
Right?
Shogo kept grinning while looking at me, but I didn't even care anymore. Having the woman I liked stolen from me, I was at rock bottom. I don't remember much of what happened after that. When I came to, I collapsed on my apartment bed. That was my first heartbreak. After that, I threw myself into research, holding up in the lab to fill the gaping hole in my heart.
Hey, found the parent moocher. I heard he's been living in the research lab doing weird experiments.
Ew, that's so gross. I really hate that guy. He's been staring at me creepily since way back. It's really unsettling and scary.
My graduate school was on the same campus as the undergraduates' college, so even living normally, I often ran into Shogo and his crowd. Every time they saw me, they'd mock me, and almost broke down several times. But I refused to give up. I pushed myself harder and focused on job hunting. As a result, I managed to get hired at a pharmaceutical company called Tokimeki Pharma. While Tokimeki Pharma wasn't well known, it was actually one of the top 10 companies in Japan. Being in STEM, I was immediately assigned to the drug research department, and lived busy but fulfilling days. A few years later,
It's been a while. Let's get the old gang together for drinks.
several years into my career, when I got used to the busy work life, I got a message from a college friend. It was an invitation to a reunion with our close group, and I immediately agreed to participate. But that turned out to be a mistake.
You're... Hey, don't give me such a weird reaction, senior.
When I arrived at the reunion venue, Shogo was there for some reason. When I confronted the organizer, apparently one of our group had become friends with Shogo through a part-time job. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have participated.
So Shogo got a job at a beverage company, right?
And it's a major corporation that everyone knows too. The salary is probably way higher than you guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like I'm bragging about my salary.
Shogo's bad personality hadn't changed over time. If anything, his nastiness seemed to have gotten worse since getting a job.
So, what about our poor loser Masaru-san? Where'd you end up working?
I work at a pharmaceutical company called Tokimeki Pharma.
Huh, never heard of it. Seriously, losing in love and losing in job hunting? Aren't you embarrassed?
Hey Shogo, you've had too much to drink. Cool your head a little.
Shogo was completely red-faced and drunk.
Hey everyone, this guy's a loser who couldn't even get a girlfriend in college and only did research. What a pathetic life, right? I feel so sorry for him. Maybe we should take him to a hostess bar for the after party.
Being drunk, Shogo was no longer even trying to hide his contempt for me. Our friends were desperately trying to stop him, but drunk and rampaging, Shogo was uncontrollable. We had no choice but to go to a hostess bar for the after party. Even at the hostess bar, I was nervous and awkward talking to the hostess.
Hey, customer, aren't you a little too tense?
Can't help it. This guy's never had a girlfriend his age.
Wow, that's rare, so pure.
I'm not particularly pure, and actually, I have a girlfriend. I've been awkward at the hostess out of consideration for my girlfriend. Honestly, I hadn't planned to mention having a girlfriend, but I couldn't stand the terrible things being said about me. Sorry to interrupt, but I have a girlfriend.
No way, you're lying.
But if you have a girlfriend, isn't it bad to come to places like this?
Well, my girlfriend is a former hostess. And I told her beforehand that I was coming to a hostess bar. When I texted my girlfriend about going to a hostess bar, she replied, "If you cheat, I'll kill you." But right after she sent me a message saying, "I'll allow hand touching though," which made me laugh. My girlfriend Rana had worked as a hostess at a club near my company. I met her when I accompanied a senior from work to a hostess club. We really clicked and ended up getting together. I loved her deeply and was even considering marriage.
Just so you know, I get jealous really easily, so be prepared.
That's what my girlfriend told me to my face the day we started dating.
So how far have you two gone?
What do you mean by how far? Well, we're living together now considering marriage.
Wow, I want to hear more about this. What? What's going on? This customer is going to marry a hostess. Oh, that means she's marrying a former customer. That's so romantic.
What the hell? Why is he getting all the women? He's just a loser who got a job at some no-name company. But he's low income. It's sad for the woman to marry such a poor guy. I'm making $300,000 starting salary, and now I'm up to $400,000 a year.
Annoyed that I was getting all the attention from the hostess, Shogo suddenly butted in.
What? Didn't you know? Wasaru was in a corporate research at a big company. He makes at least $600,000 a year.
What?
Having graduated with a master's degree, I entered the company as an immediate asset, so I was making a bit more than my peers.
He works at some no-name pharmaceutical company but makes more than me?
Apparently the fact that I made more money was quite a shock to Shogo, and he slumped down in his seat. In the end, Shogo stayed silent in his seat until the after-party ended, and when it was over, he shuffled away dejectedly.
Damn it! This is ridiculous! Why does that guy get a hostess girlfriend and make more money than me?
You're late. If you're going to be late, at least call.
Shut up! I'm busy. I have obligations.
What's with that attitude?
Why? How does that guy get a hostess girlfriend while I'm stuck with this level of woman?
Huh? Wait, you didn't actually go to a hostess bar, did you?
Shut up! Well, I told you I have obligations. Stop making noise about me going to a hostess bar.
Making noise! I'm completely done with you! I can't do this anymore! We're done! I'm breaking up with you!
Shut up! If you want to leave, then get out. Once you're gone, I'll get myself a cute hostess girlfriend too.
What did you say?
What a mess. A week had passed since that reunion.
What's wrong? You look down.
Oh, it's nothing much.
Sighing makes happiness run away. Come on, smile!
Rena grabbed my cheeks and squished them, beaming with a huge smile. Just seeing her smile always lifted my spirits. This smile had saved me so many times. As Rena saw me off from home, I spotted a figure ahead on my commute route and my smile disappeared.
Surprise!
What the hell? You weren't hidden at all, and you need to stop stalking me. For the past few days, I've been stalked by Kayako Yamashita.
So cold! Anyway, what about your answer from the other day?
Like I said, I have a woman I'm committed to marrying, so I decline.
But your girlfriend is just an ex-hostess, right? Honestly, hostesses are in the nightlife industry. They're dirty women.
Don't call the woman I love dirty.
But it's true, isn't it? And you used to like me, didn't you? Now you can have me. How about it? For a guy, the situation will be like a dream, right?
Maybe it would have been once, but now I don't feel anything for you.
What? You chose a hostess over your first love?
Of course! Remember what you did to me back then? I'll admit I'm the type who remembers what people do to me pretty well. I haven't forgotten the cruel things she said about me in college. Calling me creepy, scary, and disgusting.
That was a long time ago. You should forgive youthful mistakes.
I don't think it's about forgiving or not forgiving. Fine, I forgive you, so please go home, and don't come back. This is seriously annoying. I love Rena no matter what anyone says, and I plan to marry her.
Whatever, you're so pathetic. A man like you deserves a dirty hostess.
Angry that I wouldn't give in, Kayako thoroughly berated me before leaving. I'm exhausted. Why do I have to be this tired before even getting to work? Later, I heard through friends that Shogo and Kayako had broke up. Apparently the fight at the hostess club had caused them to split up. It had nothing to do with me, but I got caught up in the weird fallout. Apparently, Shogo held a grudge against me and was spreading lies to my friends.
That guy cheated to get into a big company. Actually, he was bribing professors in grad school to boost his grades. He's a coward. When Kayako and I were dating, he was making moves on her. He's a creepy guy and he's the reason we broke up.
Apparently, Shogo wanted to make me miserable no matter what, so he was spreading terrible lies. But my friends weren't going to believe that nonsense, and Shogo gradually became isolated within our group. Meanwhile, I continued building my relationship with my girlfriend Rena, and we got married 6 months later. As a bit of sweet revenge, I sent wedding invitations to both Shogo and Kayako. I figured neither would actually come. But Shogo did show up to the wedding. There, Shogo saw my bride Rena and just stood there frozen. He probably came planning to say something nasty. But after seeing my wife's face, he left without saying a word. Apparently, Shogo was so frustrated that he started obsessively going to hostess bars, trying to win over a hostess himself. The establishments he frequented had bad reputations, and he got completely taken advantage of, racking up serious debt. Normally, you'd think someone would stop there, but Shogo kept borrowing more money to continue going to hostess bars. Eventually, he started embezzling company funds, got caught, and was promptly fired. So that's the situation, correct?
Yes.
Shogo sat across the table from me, head down, staring at his hands. One day, Shogo came to my house asking for help. Wondering what was going on, I let him in and heard this story.
Please help me.
Well, I have a lot to say, but first I want to ask something. Why me? You have a brother, don't you? Before asking your brother's friend for help, shouldn't you ask your family first?
I already got help from my brother, but the debt is over 10 million yen, and there's nothing more he can do.
How do you rack up over 10 million yen in debt?
Please lend me money.
Sorry, but that's impossible. Actually, my child was born just a month ago. You understand that having kids means needing money for all sorts of things, right?
Yes.
So I'm sorry, but I don't have money to lend you. Shogo must have tried everywhere else before coming to me, because he left dejectedly without arguing.
Oh, was that a visitor?
Yeah, I think he left.
Oh well, could you change your daughter's diaper? I'm going shopping.
Sure. Even on Sunday, it seems dads of little ones don't get a break. I feel bad for Shogo, but I have a family to protect. I have to prioritize things and take care of what's most important first. And frankly, I don't owe Shogo any favors. Several years later. Hey!
It's been a while.
Today was the first college reunion in several years. When I arrived at the venue, familiar faces were already gathered. Is Shogo not here?
Oh, you didn't know?
My friend then told me about Shogo's fate. Apparently Shogo couldn't pay back his debts, lost everything, and fled like he was doing a midnight run. Even close friends don't know what happened to him after that. Word is that his ex-girlfriend Kayako had also met a terrible fate. After breaking up with Shogo, the guy she got involved with was apparently really bad news, and she caught some serious disease because of him. Now Kayako spends every day going to the hospital for treatment. In the end, if you mock people and do mean things, it comes back to you.
So how many rounds can you stay for today?
Nah, I'm heading home after the first round.
Right, you got 3 kids now.
Yeah, so sorry, but I'm leaving early today. Having 3 kids, Papa's got it tough. But even busy Papas want to relax sometimes. So just for today, I plan to take it easy and enjoy good food and drinks.
Wasn't that lovely? I can subscribe for more videos. See you again!